Well, let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez, who has this morning's headlines. I wish I could say it as good as you do. Alvarez. Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Absolutely
I've been working on
perfect.
it.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, happy Thursday, ladies. Good Thursday to you at home. Investigators say a very dangerous man is now off the streets. He was captured in the far western part of New Mexico, and you won't believe some of the things the sheriff deputies say this guy was planning.
Ma'am, we have a search warrant.
Why are you here? Please,
Ma'am, we have a search warrant.
Okay, so that's investigators serving a search warrant at Todd Bartel's home last year. They had just arrested him, saying that he had hit a deputy and rammed another deputy's patrol car, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. Investigators say Bartel's is an anti-government extremist who was building bombs, improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, and even made a rocket launcher, they say. Bartel is now charged with everything from making and having explosives to aggravated assault on police. He is still in jail. The father of the teenager who had been missing from southern Colorado for more than 3 months now is backed out of a polygraph test on the Dr. Phil show. Mark Redwine originally said that he would take the polygraph test on Tuesday, but then he backed out of it yesterday, saying that he hadn't slept, and he said that he had been drinking too much Jim Beam. However, Mark did admit that he failed a polygraph days after Dylan's disappearance. But Mark says the tester wasn't qualified.
I'm not involved in this. No matter how it comes across, whether it be to you or anybody else, I'm not involved in this.
Okay, but here's the real shocker. Corey, Dylan's brother here, says their father has kidnapped them before and hid them in motels. And he says he thinks his father is paying someone to keep Dylan hidden. Investigators are still trying to find Dylan Redwine, who you see there. They've combed Vallecito County, including Mark Redwine's home and a nearby lake. The backlash continues about the wrestler from Rio Grande High School who won a state championship when he was supposed to be suspended for bullying. And the politicians who helped get him back on the mat are now catching some serious flack. Investigators say Nicholas Chavez, seen here in a moment with dyed hair, I think we have video of him, here he is, slapped a smaller, younger teammate hard in the face in the school cafeteria on Thursday. That's according to authorities. A sheriff's deputy says Chavez also took the kids $15 in front of other kids. Now, the school suspended Chavez for 3 days, barring him from the state tournament. But 3 elected officials from the South Valley first tried to pressure APS, then encouraged Chavez to challenge the suspension in court, where a judge ruled that he could wrestle. Well, we wanted to know why a state senator, a county commissioner, and especially a school board member would help a kid accused of being a bully when being a bully is such a hot topic right now.
I've never met either one of the children. I've never met their families, but bullying is the worst thing that can happen in our public schools. It really is an issue right now. However, on the other side of the coin, it's also important that we treat all students fairly.
It would be heartbreaking to deny him this lifetime opportunity that could impact him for his entire life.
School board member Annalie Maestas, seen here, is the one who really went to bat for Chavez. She promised to call us back about this story, but hasn't so far. And look at this. The Albuquerque Journal ran a full page of comments yesterday with people lashing out at the politicians who backed Chavez. Meanwhile, APS plans to challenge the judge's ruling. Nick Chavez still has a court date to answer to the charges of larceny and battery that he faces. A controversial bill that would have armed school employees has been shot down. The legislation was struck down yesterday by the Senate committee. It would have allowed 3 employees in each school to carry a gun. Supporters of the legislation thought it would discourage future school shootings. Some students plan to protest outside the Chick-fil-A on the UNM campus today. They're upset. They want the restaurant to be replaced with another. You see, yesterday, the board in charge of eateries on campus rejected the Student Senate's vote to remove the restaurant. This all over comments that the president of Chick-fil-A made last year when he spoke out against gay marriage. And that wraps it up for your Thursday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 every weekday morning. All right, ladies, going to send it back to you.
Thanks,
All right,
Elizabeth.
thank
You look pretty in your shirt today, by the way.
Thank you so much.